Rob and Slim Show.
What up, you guys? It's Joe Filippone.
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Not bad, not bad.
Doing
How you
all
doing?
right, man.
Good, good. It's good to be on again.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah. Maybe you guys can read some more of my erotica.
Did you see that?
I did see that. And after seeing that, I was like, how can I not be a guest on again? And how can I not call back in? Because who doesn't love having their erotica read on YouTube, on the air, and having people laugh and not even being able to get through the first goddamn chapter?
I said some venom here, Joe.
Yeah. There's just a little bit.
Well, who was laughing? Which one of us was the worst?
Okay,
I think it was Pete.
it was probably me laughing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any. I didn't mean any I didn't mean anything by it. Even if it was no matter what it was, it could have just been it could have been Elmer Fudd fucking Porky Pig. I'd be laughing about it. Anything I just could,
Did that help?
No.
What you just said?
I don't know.
It helped a little, but I just have to say one last thing. Is, I wasn't able to talk with you guys on April Fool's Day, and I wish that I could have made this prank go on longer, but after hearing about Porky Pig, that almost made me lose it. God damn it, how are you guys? I fucking love you guys. Oh my gosh.
That didn't help.
I wish we could have made that go on more, but I'm like, after that kind of apology, I can't do that to you guys anymore.
I know. I had talked to Joe beforehand that we set this up.
Oh, okay.
Because we had talked, and he thought it was funny. He's like, this is what happens when straight guys read. And I told Slim and Pete before the show, I'm like, I think Joe might be a little upset with how we read it. I'm like, he didn't say much, but he messaged me. And
No, I thought watching you guys try to get through that book was like the funniest thing ever. That was a great big early Christmas present from White Jesus and Hallmark Santa Claus with a great big multicolored fucking rainbow bow on the fucking back.
White blonde Jesus.
I want you guys to read my incest stuff now because I want to see if you'll be able to get through that with
That's
us.
amazing.
What?
What? Send us links.
Download it right
Get
now,
on
Slim.
that.
I didn't get to read it, so I'll do that one.
Oh, well, I'll bone up on that. What's going on, Joe?
I'm actually here in Colorado now on a nice long vacation, and I'm actually working on just a bunch of writing, just getting caught up with some books that I need to finish, books I need to start, and I'm just kind of enjoying recharging the batteries before I go back to LA in January and try to tackle this upcoming, pilot season and new acting stuff. So, but I'm enjoying being home. I'm enjoying seeing, friends and family that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what I was going to ask. I didn't know if you went there just to write, just to get away from Hollywood, or if I didn't realize your family was from there.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Denver, and I spent the first, 21 years of my life before I moved to LA here. And Denver is actually how I got my acting start, and I did a lot of, local community theater and student films and indie films here in Colorado. So it's really kind of where I cut my teeth and kind of got prepared to go to LA and kind of, be on more professional sets and bigger sets. And I think that's how I was able to, and how I am able to last, 7.5 years in LA and then be working as much as I am is because I kind of moved to LA with 16 years of acting experience already under my belt.
That's cool. I just heard from our buddy, I guess a strain of goat weed is going on out there that turns you into a goat. So try to stay away from that. I don't know if it's real or not.
Right.
I think it's a fake fucking news story. But there's a woman that smoked weed and turned into a goat that we just saw.
That's funny. Oh my god. So if this woman turned into a goat, like if she has like a child that she's breastfeeding, is she giving the child goat milk now?
Only if she's lucky.
I wonder if you can get like one of those goat dicks. Like they have these like
What?
yeah, man, they have these harpoon-shaped dicks, man. It's like
Oh, I thought you meant like a dildo shaped like a goat.
No.
That's what I thought he meant too.
Wait a minute,
How do you know about a goat?
Because
Oh, really? I want to
my
know
boss-
how he knows like the fucking
all
shape
right,
of a goat
my
penis.
boss has
Right?
my boss has this goat, right? And it chases
And it fucks them all the
chases
time.
chickens. No, dude, it tries to rape chickens. It chases these fucking roosters around the barnyard
With a boner?
with a boner. Like this fucking harpoon coming in. It's like I'm not even,
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
noise it makes,
Nature is
dude.
like fucking more dirty than anything I could write. My god.
This fucking thing stinks too.
Wow. What does he have the goat for? To keep the chickens in line?
He
To
just
rape the
I
chickens
don't know
in line.
why he has this goat, dude, but it used to rape the pig that he had.
You used to rape
Now,
the
the
pig.
pig died, probably from being raped. by a goat.
Raped.
And now it's turned its lust onto the chickens.
You should write the Christmas story about this.
You should.
Oh yeah, and we
The
had this
goat
one
I
that
think
raped
we've
girl.
got like a
everything
whole
that
new
they-
line of erotica here now. We got like
We had
goat
this-
fucking chicken.
It's a
pig
serial
fucking
rapist, but
chicken.
it's a
So,
goat
like,
man.
If the chicken and the pig like have like little children together and you cook it up and eat it, are you eating like chicken bacon? Like how does that work?
They could
then?
mark-
It's a
Like,
pig.
is
Yeah.
that like
They
a
could-
bacon
Pig.
omelet?
We could like market it to like the Middle
Pig-oats.
East.
You should open your own restaurant called Chipigoats. Chipigo
Right.
days.
Just call it a goat dick.
Oh,
It's the most frightening thing. This fucking animal is just depraved. And I'll even.
Depraved.
I'll
can we
post-
get him on the show?
Yeah,
we
can
could.
we get it in
I'll
studio?
post a picture of him onto the site. Dude, he's,
I want him in studio.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing
Kicking the shit out of you.
This
Is
thing
he
is
gonna
the
try and rape the
raping
cat?
you.
Jersey Devil, man. It is the Jersey.
Can we get the
fucking
goat
devil.
to rape the cat?
Yeah, to go.
I don't think we'd have to even do anything. It would just happen.
He tried to rape
It's
one
the-
of the girls that
it's
got
nature.
hired.
What?
there, too. Yeah, man.
Oh my
She's sitting
what?
there. She's sitting there talking to my coworker, and all of a sudden he comes up. He's like,
Did he mount her? Did she have hoof prints on her back?
he's like, he started just jizzing on her leg, man. Like he's like jizzing on this fucking animal, man. My friend Tom, who I work with, he fucking came and he just fucking kicked the fucking thing.
He kicked it in the goat dick.
Never did that again.
I love how this has gotten into like some weird like Animal Farm like storyline of SVU. Like I can just imagine Mariska Hargitay like being called to investigate this. As like
will.
a jury of like the animal's peers.
They find someone dead, and
I was thinking this
turns
is
out
gonna-
it was the fucking goat.
It's gonna show up in a court case one day, and we're gonna be subpoenaed.
Yeah.
And the
Right,
goats.
right. I'm gonna be like the star witness. I'll just be there like writing my incest erotica. Like
I saw the.
And it's really not the goat. It really is Pete.
Oh, it's the goat.
right.
They're like, wait a minute, this
fucking
isn't
goat.
goat semen. This is people semen.
I'm telling you, man, it's the goat. Maybe I'm a weregoat. Who knows?
Oh, there we go. It's a serial raping weregoat.
It's all coming together now.
Chickens.
Full circle.
Right.
I feel like we just wrote a
Somewhere,
novel.
Like, somewhere in like America, someone is listening to this show, and like this is like all like trigger words. I can just like imagine some like overly sensitive, like needs to be offended over everything victim being like, that triggers me, I'm offended. Because of course in my head, like everyone that's overly sensitive talks
I
like
was
that.
once
rape is a real thing.
I was once raped by a goat. My pet pig was raped by a goat.
There you go. If you ever wanted to delve into like sci-fi, you got the goat serial goat were rapist or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all gonna.
Fucking weregoat.
Yes.
Yeah.
The were
Yeah.
goat serial
But
rapist.
he's not just like one. He's not just one sexual. He likes anything that
Everything
moves,
that
man.
moves.
You gotta do like a trailer
This
for the
fucking
goat
will
rapist.
fuck anything, man.
You got to get some footage of the
Right?
goat. We need
That would be hot. Ryan Murphy should make this like the next subject of the next American Horror Story. Horror
Yes.
Story, Goat Rapist.
Goat rapist.
The were-goat rapist.
They gotta get the noise into it.
I would watch that like shit. American Horror Story Barnyard. Like some of those barnyard animals are scary as fuck, man. Like goddamn, I ain't fucking with nature.
He's fucking terrifying, man. The worst part, his name is Norman. They named him
The goat
fucking
is named
Norman.
Oh my God.
They just put him down, man. He needs to be put down.
I can't follow that story. That's
Yeah, I know. I got nothing.
Yeah, right. It's
nothing
like where do we go from here? Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Tip your waitresses.
Oh my God, is there an encore story for this goat?
Oh, there's probably
Right?
plenty. I just haven't gone. I haven't been back to work yet. So
Oh,
there will be come springtime.
we need more. We need more.
There will be more.
Right?
Can you? That's what you should do. You're out of work. You should say, "Can I babysit the goat for
I ain't fucking.
a Wednesday?"
I ain't fucking do it. I can't stand the smell of that fucker. Like, ever had goat cheese? This
No.
fucking thing smells the way goat cheese tastes. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a fucking grassy.
Ugh.
Has like the. I don't even know.
Ew.
Think about this goat a lot.
He does. He's just like-
I think
Like,
he's afraid he might get raped by the goat. Or
I'm
something.
afraid. No, that's
This
a
is like his
legitimate claim.
nightmare.
He's part afraid, but he's also part aroused by
No,
it, which
man.
is causing a lot of inner turmoil.
smell-
Oh, he's got a rape fantasy?
If you
Yes.
smelt this thing, there'd be no
If you
arousal.
smelt it, you dealt it. That's what my dad always says. Joe, I was looking at some of your
Yes.
movies. They look pretty fucking cool. What was that one about the stalker neighbor? It's called Neighbors.
yeah, Neighbors. That was a short film that I did a couple years ago, and that was actually pretty fun. I got to be like this customer in a coffee shop, and I'm trying to like order, food, and weird, scary female stalker like comes in because her neighbor is the barista behind the counter. And she keeps like interfering with my order, and I remember that was a really fun shoot to do, but it took a long time because she kept having to spill like soda and coffee on me. So for every take and every close up, we'd have to wait until like my shirt was dry and fix like the hair back and stuff. So it was really fun. It was only like one scene that I was in, but it was like an all day thing on set. But
'Cause we have
I
a
remember
stalker.
like everyone on that was very fun, very professional.
That's cool. We have a stalker comedian that's he's been harassing us to come back on and all, and I told him
Yeah,
that
is it me?
no. This guy
You
was
don't
sending
have
about 5 messages a day just saying what up, and so I was just ignoring them, and then finally
Yeah.
I told him I was Pete and that I was running the Twitter now, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna let that guy run the Twitter?"
Yeah.
Like he got all stupid. But I rebooked him for the end of January, so we'll have our clash of Pete
Nice.
and him. And then what was he? That Smiley one. I remember seeing that. I think in the Red Box, and it looked creepy. It was about a serial killer with a carved smiley face on him.
Yeah, and that one stars Shane Dawson, who's a big tube star, and
Right.
my role was just like kind of again, very small, and I like kind of being that actor that like I get to do like a lot of small roles and a lot of cool things, and so I'm able to do like a lot of projects, throughout the year because I don't have to, commit like 2 or 3 months to like one unless, I really want to. But that, deals a lot with like the internet chat rooms and shit like that. So I was brought in to be like a creepy guy. And I think that was like my character's name was like creepy guy or stalker guy or weird guy or something like that. And I basically like, I got to spend like the whole day just doing all this stupid shit, like in front of this webcam to like dance really like creepy and scary. And I got to like do like a lot of like creepy, like vulgar gestures, which I love. I'm such a pervert of vulgarity, like the vulgar the better. So.
That's fucking great. That made me think of Jimmy Norton when he was in Spider-Man. His character was Surly Truck Driver. and he just had the one
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Like,
Wait, which Spider-Man movie was he
the
in?
first one, and he said he stinks and I don't like him. That's the only line they used, and he's wearing
Oh,
like
yeah.
shit, that was Jimmy
yeah,
Norton.
he's wearing a vest, like a
Holy-
sleeveless trucker's vest. Yeah, and his character was surly truck driver.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was fucking Norton.
Yeah, man, go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
What?
And the other one you were in, what was that called? Therapist. That sounded hilarious. About the worst therapist
Wait,
in the
which one?
Therapist.
Oh, was that Safe Landings or Bad Movies? Because I've played a therapist in a couple of movies now.
Oh, I think it was called Therapist, and it was about the worst therapist.
Okay. That one. Yeah, I did that one here in Colorado. That was done by this amazing director and writer here in Colorado named Glenn Burgetts, and I've been in a few of his films. But I got to play like this really out there, like neurotic patient to this therapist, and so I'm in the film like a lot, and that was just so much fun because every time that I was in there was like some new like weird thing. Like I talk about how squirrels are taking over the world and how like traffic lights are a big conspiracy theory, and then like I go and try to do like slam poetry, but it's all kind of like sexist and racist. So then like the next scene that you see me in, I'm talking about how like, you know, black people tried to like beat me up and how I was booed off the stage. And that was like one of the most neurotic characters that I've ever played, but he was so much fun to play just because of how fucking crazy this guy was. But it was like, there's people out there that are this crazy. Like at one point I'm like, oh, I'm wearing a Nicorette patch so that even though I don't smoke, this will keep me from ever starting to smoke. And I was like, there's some crazy, you know, cousin fucking corn eating moron that probably does this somewhere.
Wow. That's great.
A corn-eating moron.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wow. Oh, man. What's it like in Colorado? Is it cold right now, Joe? Because we're getting like, we've been in the 70s, and it's usually much colder.
Like, I'm fucking freezing. Like, LA has made me such a wimp. It's like, we got snow out here a couple of days, like huge, like Denver snow. It's been like, I think yesterday was like below zero, and it's been like, you know, 13 degrees, 20 degrees. Like, I'm here in my mom's apartment, like bundled up in like my hoodie and like, you know, wool socks on. And it's just like, I feel like such a wuss. Like I really became like that Cali guy that I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, it's below 70 degrees. It's like Antarctica. But it's nice to see snow because it's like, I don't think it's ever truly like winter or Christmas without snow. So it's like, and I do miss it, you know, for like the first hour, and then I'm like, I'm fucking over this. Give me the beach and the sun.
Now, I saw too on your IMDb, it said you used to train police officers how to deal with teens and young adults in crisis situations. I was going to ask you about that.
That was a really fun job, and that was really rewarding. I was a crisis intervention trainer for police officers with this company out here in Colorado called the Crisis Company. And we would go around and, train cops and train school principals and school resource officers and security guards how to deal with, you know, kids and teens that, you know, maybe they're bipolar and are off their meds, so they're in a manic episode. Or maybe you've got a kid at school that's threatening to shoot up the school or kill themselves. You know, how do you deal with that? Wow. Or what do you do if you have someone like on a rooftop, like threatening to jump? Like, how do you de-escalate the situation? How do you show empathy? And how do you make it so that both, you know, the officer and the person in crisis gets out of there alive? Because a lot of these guys, especially when they would transfer into the school system, they were so used to working the street that their first response to, like, if a kid was like experiencing PTSD because maybe they've been sexually abused or something, and they're acting out, their first response would be to like tase them or put handcuffs on them. And you can't do that in the school system because you'll get fucking sued.
Yeah,
you know?
well, we saw one not too long ago. Officer was dragging some girl around with the desk.
Yeah.
It was really messed up.
Yeah, if he would have gone through our program, that wouldn't have fucking happened.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's crazy. I think cops need more of that training. Like that's.
And then the really rewarding thing was just like how many of these officers would then contact us, especially the ones who like didn't want to go through it because they thought it was bullshit. Maybe like, oh, you know, empathy, blah, blah, blah. I don't want that. You know, that's pussy shit. I'm a man, blah, blah, blah. But then they'd contact us and they'd be like, oh, you know, I had a kid that was threatening suicide in my school and I used what I learned in the program and, you know, I saved a life and it felt really good. So, you know, thank you for that. So, you know, it was nice to be able to use your skills and your talent as an actor and be able to like truly give back to the community and be able to truly save lives. And I think like awesome. If you're an actor and you're doing something like that, that's when you can say that like, you know, actors are inspiring or actors are heroes or role models or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really miss doing that. Like it was so hard to quit that job and move to LA because it's like I missed the bond that, you know, you would make with the police officers because you would see like a lot of the same ones. And, you know, I got to tour jails and go on ride-alongs with them. So I got to see like what these guys deal with. And I got to learn too that not all officers are bad. And I get pissed the fuck off when I see these people being like, oh, all cops are evil and death to all cops, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. You know, there's good people and there's bad people in every situation. That's like saying that, you know, all gay people have AIDS or, you know, all women are whores or all black people are in gangs or whatever. Like, don't stereotype a certain group and then get pissed when people stereotype another group. Like, you know, just accept that there's good and bad people in every job, in every situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always said, like, the cops we have nowadays are a lot better than, like, back in my uncle's time, man, they would just hire, like, fat slobs off the street, man, and you just have these idiots that had no idea what they were doing, you know?
Oh, okay, so that's actually
they wouldn't even put them, they wouldn't even put them through boot camp. You just have some fat moron beating the shit out of you. You know?
Yeah, like, at least now they're trying, and they're trying to, like, train them and trying to get them so, you know, to weed out the bad ones.
Do they have that kind of a program in a lot of areas, or was that just where you were from where they had that?
I know ours was like one of the first programs that they had started, and you know, this was like started maybe like over 10 years ago. So I don't know if other programs or other areas have them. I mean, I hope that they do.
Should, yeah. It sounds like it should be mandatory.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like it really did help. It's almost like the programs that they have with the you know, the hospital workers to train them, you know, how to deal with all that stuff. And the firefighters, I know a lot of firefighters have to go through that kind of same training.
Wow.
So I don't know why more of these programs haven't come up. I don't know if it's just because of, you know, government funding or you know, people don't think that it's important enough. But I mean, it really does save lives, and it really does. I saw this firsthand. It can help change the, you know, the bad cops and the ones who would go straight for the gun or straight for the brute force to the ones that are going to safely de-escalate it and not, you know, take an innocent life.
Yeah.
I saw that firsthand, and especially when we would have the long, you know, 3-day weekend intensives. I saw the change in these people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Joe, we have to wrap this up.
No sweat. I know it's like I wish that I always had more time with you guys because I love being on the show and I love talking to you guys so much.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back on, dude. I'll definitely be in contact and set another interview.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We'll talk to you soon, Joe.
Definitely. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Mo.